You know, every single day you open up your web browser, and just like that, you're connected to the entire world. But have you ever stopped to think about what's standing between you and all the threats lurking online? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on one of the most important but pretty much invisible security features out there: browser sandboxing. Let's get into it. I mean, really think about it. Your browser is the front door for everything: your email, your banking, your social life, all of it. But that also makes it a massive target for malware, for people trying to steal your data, and for all that creepy tracking. So the big question is, how do you stop that door from being left wide open? Well, the answer is you build walls, invisible digital walls. And the concept we're talking about here is the sandbox. It's this incredibly powerful protective barrier that all modern browsers use to keep the bad stuff out, and more importantly, to keep your personal stuff safely locked in. So what is a browser sandbox exactly? The easiest way to think about it is like a sealed containment box. It's a security system that completely isolates everything you're doing in the browser, every website you visit, every link you click, from the rest of your computer. So if you happen to stumble onto something malicious, it gets trapped inside that box. It literally can't escape to infect or harm your actual machine. But how does this digital fortress really work? I mean, it's not just one simple wall. It's actually a pretty sophisticated multi-layered defense system. So let's break down how these defenses are built, layer by layer. The very first layer is something called process isolation. You know how browsers like Chrome and Firefox let you have a bunch of tabs open? Well, each one of those tabs and every little extension you have installed is running in its own tiny self-contained bubble. This is huge because it means if a shady ad in one tab tries to crash or attack you, it's stuck. It can't bring down your other tabs, let alone the whole browser. Okay, next up, we've got file system isolation. This one is absolutely crucial. The sandbox basically acts as a super strict gatekeeper for all your personal files. A website can't just decide to reach into your computer and start snooping through your documents or stealing your photos. It's completely blocked from reading or writing anything unless you specifically give it permission, like when you click to upload or download a file. Then you have network isolation. The sandbox doesn't just let a website connect to wherever it wants on the internet. Oh no, it tightly controls all the network traffic, watching where data is trying to go and shutting down any suspicious or unauthorized connections. This is what stops a malicious site from using your computer as a launchpad to attack other things on the web. And the last major layer is resource isolation. This one is all about protecting your physical privacy. The sandbox puts a lock on your computer's hardware. We're talking your camera, your microphone, even your USB ports. A website can't just flip on your mic and start listening in. It has to pop up and ask for your permission first, every single time. Now, it's important to know that not all sandboxes are built the same. This technology really ranges from the powerful features that are already built right into your browser to some seriously professional-grade tools designed for maximum security. It's definitely not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. But here's the great news. You already have a pretty solid fortress protecting you. Modern browsers, Chrome, Firefox, Safari, you name it, they all come with really advanced native sandboxing built right in. All those layers of protection we just covered, yeah, they're working for you right now, completely automatically, every time you browse. But for people who need even more, there are some advanced options. And what's really interesting here is seeing the trade-offs. You've got container-based methods like running a whole virtual machine. That gives you maximum security, but man, is it complex. It's really for the die-hard security enthusiasts. Then you've got things like cloud-based or profile-based sandboxing. These still offer incredibly high security but are way less complicated to manage, making them perfect for professionals or anyone who has to manage a ton of different accounts online. And that really brings us to a key point. Modern sandboxing, it's about so much more than just stopping malware. It's also become an incredibly powerful tool for managing our privacy and our different digital identities in a world that is just constantly trying to track our every move. Just think about it for a second. Maybe you keep your work and personal accounts totally separate. Or maybe you're a social media manager and you're juggling like 20 different client accounts. How in the world do you keep all those online lives from getting tangled up and linked together? It is a huge challenge because these platforms are incredibly good at figuring out you're the same person. They use this sneaky technique called browser fingerprinting that identifies your unique device. They look for shared cookies, they log your IP address, they even analyze your patterns of behavior, how you type, how you move your mouse, all to connect the dots and realize all those accounts belong to you. So this is the magic of it. Sandboxing actually solves all three of these problems at once. You can really boil it down to this. First, you get that rock-solid security we've been talking about, protection from malware and exploits. Second, you get real privacy by stopping all that tracking and fingerprinting. And third, you get this huge operational benefit, being able to cleanly and safely manage all those different accounts.
Okay, so now that we know all this, how do we actually put it into practice? Let's talk about some essential rules and best practices so you can make sure you're getting the most out of these digital walls.
All right, first things first, we have to bust a giant myth. Incognito mode, or private mode, is not the same as sandboxing, not even close. It offers zero sandboxing protection. All it does is delete your local browsing history and cookies after you close the window. That's it. Your IP address, your unique browser fingerprint, all your network activity, it's all still completely exposed. And that myth leads people to make some really common mistakes, like using the same login details in different sandboxes. That can still get your accounts linked. Or creating separate sandbox profiles, but then using them all from your home IP address. To really be effective, you have to treat each sandbox like a totally separate digital person. So here's a little action plan. Step 1, use sandboxing for everything sensitive. I'm talking emails, social media, and especially online banking. Step 2, create totally separate dedicated sandboxes for your work life and your personal life. Don't mix them. 3, if you're going to visit a sketchy or unknown website, spin up a temporary disposable sandbox that you can just nuke afterward. And finally, remember that sandboxing is just one, albeit powerful, layer. You should always combine it with other tools like a good VPN and antivirus software for a complete defense. You know, when we talk about those advanced options, like cloud-based sandboxing, we get to the absolute ultimate level of protection. And it can be summed up with just one number, 0. As in, 0 code from any website ever actually runs on your local computer. The browser is running on a secure remote server somewhere, and all you get is a video stream of it, just the pixels. This means your machine is completely, 100% isolated from any possible threat. And this, right here, is the ultimate payoff. Sandboxing gives you what security experts call defense in depth. It is so effective that it can protect you even from zero-day exploits. Now, those are brand new threats that hackers have just found that nobody even has a fix for yet. But it doesn't matter, because even if a brand new, unknown attack gets through, the malware is still trapped inside that box, totally unable to do any real damage. So I'll just leave you with this thought. Your browser, it's the front door, it's the main gateway to your entire digital life. And understanding and using tools like sandboxing means you're not just leaving that door unlocked for anyone to walk through. It means you are the one who holds the keys.